seasons is the topic for this day. It is a poem prescribed for 6th standard in term 3. There are 4 pictures. We have to identify which day it is. In the first picture, you see a boy. He feels very thirsty. Looking at the picture itself, you know that the boy is feeling very thirsty and he needs water to quench his thirst. We also feel like drinking more and more water on a particular day. Do you know on which day we feel very thirsty? Is it a sunny day or a rainy day? Yes, it is a sunny day, and it is on this day we feel very thirsty. There is an umbrella in the next picture. When do we normally use umbrellas? Or on which day do we use umbrella? The picture itself clearly shows that we use an umbrella on a rainy day. So we know that the second picture denotes a rainy day. In the next picture, you see some boys flying kites. To do this activity, that is to fly kites, there should be at least a gentle breeze or wind. We know that it is a windy day. In this picture, the day is a windy day. Next, when do we sail paper boats? You see children sailing paper boats. The picture clearly shows that the children sail paper boats on a rainy day. You also find some raindrops falling. So the day is a rainy day. The first picture shows that it is a sunny day. The second picture shows that it is a rainy day. The third picture shows that it is a windy day. And finally, the fourth picture shows that it is a rainy day. Poem Indian Seasons written by Nisha Dairy. Summer comes in a blaze of heat with sunny smiles and dusty feet. Then seasons change to muddy roads, monsoons and mangoes, leapfrogs and toads. Spring is pretty but short and sweet when you can smell the grass from your garden seat. Autumn is English in red, yellow and brown. Autumn is Indian whenever leaves fall down. You see the sun in this picture. The heat is unbearable. You also find a man holding an umbrella as it is a summer season. It is during this season the temperature is very high. In the first stanza, the poet tells that the summer season comes with flames or fire. The sun shines very brightly and the road is full of dust. There is no rainfall, so the poet does not welcome this summer season. In the first picture, you find the road very muddy because it is a monsoon season. You also find leapfrogs and toads. In the next stanza, that is the second stanza, The poet Nisha Dairin says that the seasons change, that is, it changes from summer to monsoon season. Monsoon season means rainy season. Here in this season, the road becomes very muddy after a heavy rainfall. Mangoes ripen during this season, and you find plenty of ripe mangoes during this monsoon season. Not only this, it is during this season you find leapfrogs and toads. Now let's see the difference between leapfrogs and toads. Frogs are generally aquatic, whereas most toads live on land but near water. Frogs have teeth, but toads do not have teeth. The skin of frog is smooth, whereas toads have a rough, dry and bumpy skin. But both frogs and toads help to keep the world's insect population under control. Spring season is otherwise called as springtime. It is the time of the year when everything in nature is changing and promising new life and hope. Spring season is the breath of fresh air. Flowers are in bloom during this season, and you also find trees full of leaves. The third stanza. Spring is pretty but short and sweet when you can smell the grass from your garden seat. The poet describes spring season as a beautiful season. She says that though it is very short, it is very sweet. The garden looks very fresh and one can smell the scent of the grass sitting in the garden. Here in this picture also you find a spring season. The flowers are in full bloom in this picture. This is the picture of autumn season in United Kingdom. The poet says that the leaves are beautiful with red, yellow and brown colors, and she considers this to be autumn season. Autumn season is the season when leaves fall down from the trees. Now let's see why the leaves look red, yellow and brown during the season, especially in United Kingdom. As the weather cools in autumn, the leaves starts to receive less sunlight. Less sunlight triggers chlorophyll to break down. So the leaves changes its color into yellow, orange and red. In the previous picture, you saw autumn season in United Kingdom where the leaves are red, yellow and brown, whereas this picture is the autumn season in India. In India, the autumn season you find the trees without leaves. All the leaves have fallen to the ground, and the poet Nisha Dairin says that whenever leaves fall down, it is the autumn season in India. Meanings: blaze, bright flame or fire. Monsoon, rainy season. Autumn, season when leaves wither or fall down. leap, to jump high. Dusty, covered with tiny bits of sand. Toad, small brown animal similar to a frog. Then seasons change to muddy roads, monsoons and mangoes, leapfrogs and toads. Let's pick out the rhyming words from this stanza. Here, the second line, you find roads rhyming with the last line, toads. So, roads and toads are the rhyming words. Alliteration is the occurrence of the same letter or sound at the beginning of adjacent or closely connected words. Spring is pretty but short and sweet. In these two lines, we have to pick out the alliterated words. Here, the alliterated words are short and sweet because you find the repetition of the first letter yes in short and the first letter in sweet, that is the letter yes repeated, and short and sweet are closely connected words, and so the initial letter yes is repeated both in short and sweet, and therefore short and sweet are the alliterated words. You have to read the poem, understand the lines, and identify which season it is. The first one, I make the feet dusty. So the answer is summer season. Next one, frogs and toads will visit when I am there. And it is the rainy season. So here the answer is rainy season. Third one, I am pretty short and sweet. So the season referred here is spring season. I make your garden smell sweet. Once again, the season referred to in the fourth line is spring season. Leaves will wither because of me. Here you find leaves withering in autumn season. So the answer for this one is autumn season.